Gee, I just love math so much. If only there was some way to quantify morality and be able to use it in a mathematical equation. But morality is sometimes random and people are unpredictable. If only there was some way to simulate randomness in a moral setting. Wouldn't that just be great? Man. Okay, so I wrote a program. The program takes various factors of an action and then tells me whether or not I should do it. And these factors are prejudice and impact. And I don't mean prejudice like racism. I mean prejudice like you like, for example, your best friend more than a complete stranger. It's just basically how much you would like good things to happen to them. But how this works is you take the function and let's just make up a hypothetical scenario. So let's say I have a good friend named Alice, a really awful person who I really don't like named Bob, and a person who I don't really know vague acquaintances with, and let's name that guy Cooper. So let's say that since Alice is my friend, I give her a prejudice of +1. Because I really don't like Bob, I give him a -0.1. And because Cooper, he is a pretty nice acquaintance, I'll give him a 0.3. And then we plug it all into the equation. So the next thing that we do is determine the impact. Let's say that I'm planning on taking a cookie from Cooper and giving it to Alice. So because Alice is getting a cookie, that's a positive impact for her. So that's 1. Since Bob isn't involved at all, there's no impact, so it's 0. And since Cooper will be losing a cookie, that's -1. We put all of this stuff into the algorithm, and it pops up with this little graph here. You can see at the bottom left that it says, do it. So I guess I'm going to do it. I'm going to steal a cookie from Cooper and give it to Alice. Okay, and if you look at the very obvious graph, you can see the stuff going on. So because it was a positive impact, that's the blue dot telling you where the overall positive impact was. And because it was bigger than 0, it was at this moment that he realized that you could not, in fact, use a single equation to graph morality. You see, if it were that easy, people would have done it by now. The morality equation was, surprisingly enough, not discovered by a 16-year-old inspired by that one villain from Batman. Who would have thought? So what's the moral of the story? Well, you can't win them all, but you can at least try. And as long as you're trying, why not have fun with it? Even if you realize halfway through that it's awful and horrible and makes no sense, well, at least you gain something from it. Now you know, A, that was an awful, terrible, horrible idea that made no sense, and B, you had some fun doing it. So, I'd say overall, that's a pretty good way to live. And just do that.